welcome back to another episode, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be doing a different type of episode where instead of releasing deck tech games and a wrap-up, I'm just going to be talking about a deck that I made or somebody else made that I don't necessarily have the wildcards for, but I really want to showcase it and think it's a cool idea. So this is one that I made, and it is based off of the idea of Chromatic Black. I don't know if any of you were around last standard, but there was a deck called Chromatic Black where you played all swamps and chromatic lanterns with like Mastermind's Acquisition to get the chromatic lanterns or fetch something from your sideboard. What this is it's a take on it, playing mono red with the splash of blue. So before I get into all the cards, I'm going to remind you to please like the video and subscribe down below if you already haven't. I would really appreciate it, and it would mean a lot to me. But, so, in the 2-drop slot, we have Fae of Wishes. Most of the time you're casting this for 4, and then casting it for 2. But we'll get to that in a second. Then you have 2 Go for Blood. 2 mana, target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. Yeah. I'll get into why this is in later, too. You might already see it. 4 Scorching Dragonfire. Bit of removal. Bit of making sure you don't die before you get to do fun stuff. 4 Bone Crusher Giant. Same thing. Either removal, or you get to apply a bit of pressure, or just play a huge creature for something like mono red to deal with. 4 Chromatic Lanterns. So here's where we start getting into the cool stuff. This allows you to make all of your lands tap for any color. So with this out, you can play, I don't know, ultimatums in your deck, in a monocolored deck. So this is just one of our 3 ways to get our ultimatums out without actually having to pay blue, blue, red, red, green, green, blah, 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 black, 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 whatever. The next way is Fires of Invention. This should actually be here. 4 mana. I'm sure you guys have seen it, but you can only cast spells during your turn, and you can't cast more than 2 spells a turn. You can cast spells with converted mana costs less than or equal to the number of lands you control without paying the mana costs. This means, yay, we get 2 spells, great, awesome. This also means, if we have 7 mountains, we can play a Ruinous Ultimatum, or an Inspired Ultimatum, because it doesn't care about colors. So that's basically another copy of Chromatic Lantern that also gives us a huge boost in being able to double Ultimatum. Then 3 Unpredictable Cyclone, just in case you're not able to get to the mana to Ultimatum. You can slam this thing and start cycling your sorceries to Go for Blood and 4 Boon of the Wishgiver to get your Ruinous Ultimatum, your Genesis Ultimatum, to find more ultimatums and a Fires, and play another ultimatum, like an Inspired Ultimatum, to deal 5 damage, and gain 5 life, and draw 5 cards, or even Emergent Ultimatum, to draw 4 cards with Boon, get a Fires of Invention, cast a Fae of Wishes, cast an Unpredictable Cyclone. So, no companion. I don't think there is a good companion for this deck. You could play Orion, but I don't really. I think that would just ruin a lot of the consistency. You could play... no, you can't play that, because then you can't play ultimatums. You could play... Umori? No, you can't play Umori. Gigantha? Nope, then you'd have to cut the ultimatums. Zerda. Cycling? That has an ability. That does not have an ability. So we would have to take out Fires, Lantern, and... Fires and Bone Crusher. Bone Crusher is replaceable, but Fires is not. Kahira... Actually, Fairy Wizard? No, not Kahira. Karuga. Oh. Wait. sorcery cyclers real quick. What do we got here? We have another 1-mana cycler. That would be fine to cast. So let's put in Memory Leaks instead of Go for Blood. Get Kiruga out here. So now we have a companion for a bit of extra consistency. Damage. We can't play any sorcery removal because then that would mess up our Cyclone. And I'll tell you guys about that in 1 second. I'm just looking for another piece of removal. How about we can play 1 Storm's Wrath main deck. That's fine. And then we can play what can we play? We can play Flame Sweep is an instant. So let's play 2 Flame Sweeps. And then 1 I want just a hard removal piece that is not deniable. No, that's 4 mana. Let's go to not collected. Let's see, anything new? Ironcrag Pyromancer. Demolish. No. Not what I'm looking for. We'll just play an extra flames. We'll play a flame spill. Did not see that. Okay, but anyways, sorry about that. Oops. Okay. Anyway, so that's how the deck works. You basically control the board with your removal in order to get to fires to be able to cast Fae of Wishes. And what do we have in the sideboard? Well, I'm glad you asked. Why is that in the sideboard? In the sideboard, we have Lava Coil removal. Sometimes you just have to fetch it. Storm's Wrath, board wipe. Sometimes he gets a Fae on 4 and then play Storm's Wrath. Elspeth Conquers Death. I mean, it's Elspeth Conquers Death. Like, you can get back a Fae, bounce it back to your hand. Unpredictable Cyclone. Last one's in here in case you need one. And you got a bunch of cyclers. 1,000-Year Storm. To do some pretty sweet stuff with ultimatums and fires. That one's just a fun addition. Ruinous Ultimatum. Basically a better Storm's Wrath if you have the mana for it. Genesis Ultimatum. If you really just gotta push yourself back into the game, like your opponent tapped out, and you really just have to draw 5 cards and put any permanents to play. Eerie Ultimatum, in case all your stuff got blown up, like your fires got blown up, and your Cyclone, you cycled it, and your Fae of Wishes are all in your graveyard. You can use an Eerie Ultimatum. Inspired Ultimatum, life, damage, draw 5. I didn't put 2 because I think after you use the first one, you're not going to need a second. Emergent, if you really have to find your fires or a cyclone or draw some cards, etc. Heliod's Intervention, just gain some life if you have a Chromatic Lantern out there to destroy some stuff. Really good card. And Mass Manipulation, in case, again, you're up against Luca Fires, they tap out, you fetch this with fires, and then you just cast it using Chromatic Lantern, and you take all their board state, and yeah. So, everything that's basic here is like Bone Crusher, Flame Spill, Flame Sleep. This is all like normal stuff you'd see in decks. Chromatic Lantern is a bit odd, but it makes sense once you know the plan. Oh, we can't play Fae if we play Karuga. Never mind, we're not playing a companion. That was a joke. That was a joke, ha ha ha. We'll play 1 Storm's Wrath. No, we won't. Keep the consistency a bit higher. Fae of Wishes makes sense once you see the sideboard. That's why I had Go for Blood in the sideboard. Go for blood. And I'm going to keep the memory leaks in. Go for blood, by the way. Cycler, if you need it. Cycler. What? Wait, so all my edits just got deleted? Okay. Anyways, what I was saying was one thing that looks a bit odd is you've got you have Boon and memory leak, but what if you cycle a memory leak into a boot? Well, then it's okay because you just get to draw 4 cards, which is why I really like Boon instead of another red cycler that you can cast, because Boon is just really good to hit, and sometimes you can hard cast it if you perhaps are late in the game and have 2 of your blue lands. But so I think the deck is really cool. If any of you guys want to test it out on Arena and see how it plays, let me know. I'm gonna personally test it out on a different site called Untap. I think it's a really cool idea. I mean, I loved Chromatic Black. I never got to play it, but I got to play on a different thing. I never got to play it in paper. But okay, let's redo these edits. Yeah, if you want to test it out, let me know how it goes. I'm really interested in this deck because I think it has a lot of playabilities. 25 lands. Hold that thought. Bone Crusher for the last temple, because you have no turn 1 plays. What the heck? Where is my Temple of Epiphany? Where is my Epiph? Huh? What is happening? Oh. Yeah. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this deck tech. I'm not going to have the deck list in the... Actually, no, I will have the deck list in the description below. If you want to check it out and play it, let me know how it goes. But yeah, with that all said, I will see you guys in the next video. Sorry this one was so short, but I really just wanted to make a video on this deck. So, peace.